Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Hollywood Elite Collection Andre the Giant as Bigfoot figure from Mattel. This Andre the Giant is from the TV series The $6 Million Man, which aired back in the early 70s. I personally have not really seen the show. I think I might have seen an episode here or there, but that was forever ago and I definitely forgot it. I've definitely not seen this episode, though I definitely want to now because I've always thought this was kind of a disturbing looking design for Bigfoot and just very affecting. So yeah, just really, this is the level of ridiculous I love to have in my collection. So I jumped all over it, and you know, let's just get right at this review and talk about why. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this Andre the Giant looks great. I think they did a fantastic job of kind of pulling that look from the show into plastic form. Also, it's very, very fuzzy. And I've got to say, this little bodysuit they have him in is just, it's super nice to touch. It's incredibly soft. And yeah, that's awesome. And that's really the main part of the aesthetics here. Like, it's just a big furry suit that looks suitably ridiculous. So yeah, just really awesome. And you know, we've got the little Velcro in the back here. It does come off, and you'll see that in the next section because to show off the articulation, I want to kind of get this part out of the way. But beyond that, we have some nice clawed hands. They're a little gummy, which for whatever reason, the WWE figures, whenever they've got longer fingers, they're just gummy. So, but definitely not a problem. It's not like he has to hold anything. And then you get to that awesome face sculpt, and I thought they knocked it out of the park here. Just, it's got that look with the contacts, the kind of just darkened makeup, and just it looks really, really cool. Also really nice wash done here in the hair, really gives it a lot of depth. So just a really cool looking figure overall. So that is aesthetics. We got some really good stuff going on for articulation, but right off the bat, I want to just do a small addendum to aesthetics, where clearly I thought this was just going to be a flat brown like body underneath the fur, but I was very, very wrong. Apparently there is this whole like circuitry design on the torso, and I'm assuming that is a spoiler for a 50-year-old episode of a 50-year-old show. So I guess heads up on that. But yeah, I was unaware of that. So clearly this is a bionic Bigfoot, but we're here to talk about articulation now. So let's break that down head to toe as we do. Head is on that barbell joint as we are for all of our WWE figures. So we're getting about that much down, about that much up, and we even get some nice tilt. Coming to the arms, we are on our hinge and swivel. We're coming into almost pretty much our Y pose, which is very, very nice. We have bicep swivel. We have double jointed elbows, folding beautifully in half. We have hinge and swivel at the wrists. We have our standard ab crunch, so we're coming about that far forward, about that far back, and there's our neutral. We have waist swivel, so you see that. When we come to our legs, coming out, and very respectable, not full splits, but definitely close. Then we get to the legs, and we have thigh swivel, double jointed knees, folding completely in half beautifully. Then we have boot cut, and finally, see if we can get this to go nicely. So nice point, really nice forward. And then there's a little bit of rocker, but not too much to speak of. So that is articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some wrestling figures. With some Hasbro. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with Articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an Articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Andre the Giant as Bigfoot figure from Mattel is that this is a super fun and suitably ridiculous figure. Whether or not you are familiar with the source material or not, I think this just totally works as a Bigfoot figure on your shelf. So like, there's definitely space for that, especially if you dig the look of it like I do. And yeah, beyond that, the only thing I would say is that it's a little difficult to stand because the like cloth piece goes all the way under the feet, and it can be really hard to get it to stand freely, which is why during the size comparisons I had a stand around the legs. So just something to be aware of, but that can probably be remedied by either cutting out the bottoms of the feet or just holes for other sorts of stands. So worth noting. Beyond that, this is a Walmart exclusive, as the WWE Hollywood Elite line or subline has been. So not the easiest things to get. Some areas are getting more than others. I think people have found these on shelves, maybe not. I know it took 7 months for this to come into stock for those of us that pre-ordered it. So yeah, I wish you luck in finding one. And yeah, so whether it's in a Walmart or online, you know, I wish you luck. So that being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. And if you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And beyond that, if you want to take it to the next level and help me even more, there'll be ways to do that listed at the bottom of the description as well. So please check those out. And with all that being said, I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.